When were you secretly proud of what your child did? My 16-year-old son Jordan was basically the poster child for lazy teenagers. This kid would leave dirty dishes in his room for weeks, never touched the vacuum unless I threatened to take his PlayStation, and could spend 6 straight hours skateboarding with his buddies while completely ignoring homework. I kept telling myself it was just a phase, but honestly, I was starting to worry he'd never figure out how to be a responsible adult. Every morning was the same battle. Jordan, take out the trash. Nothing. Jordan, did you finish that history project? Blank stare. The kid had mastered the art of selective hearing. His room looked like a tornado hit it, and getting him to help with anything around the house was like pulling teeth. Meanwhile, my neighbors' kids were getting jobs, volunteering, doing all this impressive stuff. I felt like I was failing as a dad. Then we got hit with the worst snowstorm our town had seen in 20 years. I'm talking 3 feet of snow overnight, power lines down, roads completely blocked. I was stuck at my office downtown for 2 whole days because the highways were shut down. No cell service, no way to get home, nothing. I kept thinking about Jordan alone in the house, probably living off cereal and video games. When the plows finally cleared enough for me to drive home Wednesday afternoon, I expected to find the house trashed and Jordan glued to his Xbox. Instead, I pulled into my neighborhood and couldn't believe what I saw. There was Jordan, wearing his old winter coat and work gloves, leading a group of neighborhood kids with snow shovels. They had cleared every single driveway on our block, but it wasn't just random shoveling. This kid had organized the whole thing like some kind of mini disaster response team. He had knocked on every door, figured out which neighbors were elderly or had health problems, and made a list of who needed what. Mrs. Kim from next door couldn't get to her mailbox because of her bad hip. The elderly couple 3 houses down needed their medicine but couldn't walk to the street where delivery trucks could reach. Jordan had set up this whole system. He divided the kids into teams, assigned each team specific houses, and even created a group text to coordinate everything. While I was gone, he had been checking on people twice a day, making sure everyone had what they needed. When grocery deliveries finally started coming through, he personally carried bags to front doors for anyone who couldn't manage the walk. The best part was old Mr. Peterson from down the street. This guy has an oxygen tank and barely leaves his house. Turns out his heating system broke during the storm, and Jordan somehow figured it out. He got 2 of his friends to help move Mr. Peterson's stuff to our house, where he stayed for 2 days until the repair guy could get through. Jordan gave up his own bedroom and slept on the couch without complaining once. When I walked up to our front door, Mrs. Kim rushed over and grabbed my arm. "Your boy saved this whole block," she said, tearing up a little. "We were all so scared, but he made sure everyone was okay. You raised him right." I just stood there, totally speechless. This was the same kid who couldn't remember to feed our dog without 5 reminders. That evening, neighbors kept stopping by to thank me. Every single person assumed I had taught Jordan to do all this, that I was some kind of super dad who had trained him for emergency situations, but I had to keep correcting them. That was all Jordan. I wasn't even here. The truth hit me like a truck. All those times I thought he wasn't listening, wasn't learning, wasn't paying attention to anything I tried to teach him about being responsible and caring about others, he actually was. He just showed it when it really mattered, not when I was nagging him about chores.